Hello, gamers! I'm Kevin, and welcome to an Aether Drift Draft. We're at the post-Magic Con stream. Got back from Chicago a couple nights ago. Didn't do all that well in the PTQs, but had a lot of fun. Won a couple collector's boxes in a single elimination draft on Sunday. Had a good time. Made some new friends, some new connections, and learned some new things as well. Got beat by a couple cards that I hadn't really considered using myself. It was a nice learning experience. So we're going to implement some of the strategies that we learned over the weekend at Magic Con Chicago and play some drafts. Let's hop in. We're rank 87 right now. We've got a draft token. Don't forget to buy a draft token, 10% off in the MTG Arena store today. Will we reach maximum speed? Will we fill the graveyard? Find out soon. This set's been a ton of fun. Every archetype is really fun to play. What do we have here? Excuse me? Cavalier of Dawn. Special guest? I haven't seen one of those. How many drafts have I done? And I have never seen a Cavalier of Dawn. Triple white seems a bit prohibitive, to be perfectly honest. As cool as this looks, I'm a little more interested in Far Fortune. This isn't even an artifact. Just triple white. I mean, it does get back an artifact or enchantment to your hand. Kills something, gives them a 3/3. I mean, Cavalier of Dawn seems really sweet. But then I have to commit to triple white. And that's not necessarily something I want to do on the pack, on the first pack. I'm going to pass Cavalier of Dawn, even though it seems really cool. I think Far Fortune is quite good. And it's even splashable in like black-green decks or red-green decks. Happy to see Far Fortune. Alright, pack 1, pick 2. What do we have here? Grim Bauble. We have an Aether Siphon. Hellish Sideswipe. I'm looking at this Grim Bauble. I mean, Hellish Sideswipe is nice, but I think I would rather have the first Grim Bauble than the first Hellish Sideswipe. I think the chances of this wheeling are low. Yeah, we're going to take Grim Bauble. There's also an Aether Siphon in that pack, and that card's quite good, but we started off with Far Fortune, so we're going to stay in the realm of these pips. I like Thundering Broodwagon. That's a good card, and I'm happy to be playing some sort of Jund deck, or black-green that splashes red. Broadcast Rambler here. That's one of the best white commons. But we're definitely passing white after not having taken that Cavalier of Dawn. Ooh, alright. Black and green. Pick 4. This is quite a pack. Got a Migrating Ketradon, a Pothole Mole, and a Quag Feast. Many good things. I'll take Quag Feast because it's a solid removal spell. But it's only a little bit better than the Migrating Ketradon, I would say. I'm happy to take it, though. We like cheap removal spells. Ooh, a Run Over or a Risen Necro Regent. I like Run Over a lot. I kind of want as many Run Overs as I can get in my green decks. Risen Necro Regent is fine. But But it's kind of like a niche run away with the game card. You have to. It has to be the last card you play after your opponent runs out of cards, and then they don't get any more removal. So I'd rather just have a good solid removal spell. Run over. Maybe to go with this Thundering Broodwagon. Lean more towards black-green than black-red. Risen Necroregion is more of a black-red card. Redshift seems okay, but I'm just more interested in this run over. The Veloheart Bike, that looks pretty good. Veloheart Bike over a Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive is a pretty fine combat trick. But we like Veloheart Bike, especially in black-green when we're playing other colors. Ooh, a black-green dual land. I don't know. There's also a Venom Sac Lagak in this pack. The Lagak is quite strong. It holds down the early game. And it's a fine top deck later on. Attacking in as a 2/4 is an annoying body to block. But Jungle Hollow will help us cast things. I think I'm just going to take the Lagak. There we go. We have a Wretched Doll next over the Streaking Oil Gorger. Ticket Tortoise, Alacrian Jaguar. Alacrian Jaguar is not a card I strive to play. Though Ticket Tortoise does occasionally help splash for things. I'll probably just take that. Walking Sarcophagus over an Avishkar Raceway. Deathless Pilot. Looks pretty solid here. Okay. We can make Calaxion work. I mean, it does trade up with Tarion, World Tyrant. And that is actually valuable. I don't really like Risky Shortcut that much. I think those cards are comparable in power level, but I'd rather just have this big creature. Ooh, Wheeling a Mutant Surveyor. That's nice. That card's good. Alright. Pack 2. What do you have for us? This pack's loaded. Tarion, Hazard of the Dunes, Gastel Raider, Afterburner Expert. Afterburner Expert looks like it's going to be the card. We'll have to find some other exhausters, but that card's just really good. Maybe we can wheel one of these 3 cards? I highly doubt it. Black and green are... Well, you know what? We did wheel some black cards, but Gastel Raider's strong, so... I don't know. Maybe we'll wheel Siphon Fuel or Hazard of the Dunes. We're going to take Afterburner Expert. This card's really shining in a red-green deck, teamer deck that's using exhaust abilities, so it just keeps coming back. Momentum Breaker. Here's a Mendicant Core. It's funny, we're getting past this white-blue card after passing Cavalier of Dawn to the left. Which means the person to our left probably didn't take it either. I guess that could be in white something else, but... If I'm playing white, I want the other color to be blue. Momentum Breaker looks pretty sweet here. Thornwood Falls catches my eye, but we don't have any reason to play it yet. And Momentum Breaker is just a good removal spell. Gains you life later on, starts your engines. Probably a Gastel Raider, but Outpace Oblivion is a pretty good card. We have Far Fortune. that we're interested in. I guess Gastel Raiders is actually a 2-for-1 compared to Outpace Oblivion. It has the potential to be, at least. Okay, Captain Howler, probably kind of hard to make work in here. Grim Javelineer, Chitin Gravestalker. I've actually been kind of impressed with the Chitin Gravestalker. I'm getting past a decent amount of red cards, but I'm not going to be tempted by them. I'm just going to take this Gravestalker. We got a starting column, a Thunderhead Gunner. That's going to be our card there. We're splashing red. This card's great. Night Market to help with our splash. Apocalypse Runner doesn't really impress me as a card. I don't really think that's worth putting in the splash. Starting column looks nice, but I think I'd rather just have Night Market since it doesn't take a spell slot. Here we go. Gas Guzzler, passing a Thrill Seeker and a Pothole Mole. Gas Guzzler's really good. It hurts to pass a Pothole Mole. Another Veloheart Bike. Okay. I could take that over this Dune Drifter. Keep my splash to 1 extra color. Dune Drifter is nice, which is why I mentioned it. Alright, here's our wheel on Siphon Fuel. We take that over this starting column. Yeah, probably. It's not great, but it does the trick. Wheeling another Dune Drifter. Interesting. Ooh. Draconautics Engineer is really good. We're going to have to pass Dredger's Insight and Hazard of the Dunes. And Wreckage Wickerfolk. This will make our mana a little bit worse, but Draconautics Engineer's really good. Worth mucking up the mana base a little bit further. Alright, pack 3. I see you. Aganosaurus Rex. Now this is a bomb. 5-drop, 8/8 with trample. Kills people in 2 or 3 swings. Plus the cycling ability is a really solid 2-for-1. This card is sick. And having 2 Veloheart Bikes is going to help us ramp into that on turn 4 pretty often. Oil Deep Gearhulk. Pack has some solid cards in it. I think Migrating Ketrodon is worth taking over this Bloodfell Caves. It would be nice to have some more dual lands, but we don't have any Ketrodons yet. And that's kind of an essential piece of the green deck. Gaining life once you have 6 mana. I think I should take Earth Rumbler over Runover. Earth Rumbler is really good. I do have a bunch of 5-drops. I guess a bunch. I don't necessarily have to play Streaking Oil Gorger. This card's just so strong. I'm going to pass this Runover for the sake of an Earth Rumbler. Ooh, there we go. Pothole Mole over a Hellish Sideswipe. Yeah, Hellish Sideswipe is a 2-for-1ing yourself. Pothole Mole is a 2-for-1. Okay. So red-white coming around. We don't care about it. We're going to take another Siphon Fuel. We won't play 2 Siphon Fuels, though. Ooh, another Night Market. That helps with our splash a lot. Pick 8. Broodheart Engine, Now that is awesome. Dredger's Insight to follow it up over a Wreckage Wicker Folk. Yeah, I mean, I would like to have more Wreckage Wicker Folks, but I think Dredger's Insight is going to be slightly better. Oh, another dual land. Oh, we wield the Bloodfell Caves. Oh, this deck looks awesome. Do we have any exhaust abilities to go with our Afterburner Expert? Yeah, the Draconautics Engineer. And that is it. No other exhausters. Let's see. There's going to be one other card we have to cut. We'll see if Hellish Sideswipe makes it in. I don't have a whole lot of like extra bodies to sacrifice with it. So I don't know. I guess I could ditch the Siphon Fuel. Pretty low on removal, though. Light on removal. Nine, 9, and 5. It's pretty good. I don't even know if I need the extra mountain. Yeah, I might as well have the mountain. I do a good amount of milling. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have Far Fortune and like my only red source. To have to like choose between them with Dredger's Insight. This deck looks pretty good to me. Trying to see if Hellish Sideswipe can make it in here. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. I wish it was sacrifice another permanent. I have 2 like extra enchantments I could ditch with it. Alright, let's run it. This deck looks sweet. See how far we can climb. We're starting at 87 here. Black, green, red. We're playing Jund. It's not quite a reanimator deck, but there are a lot of creatures and vehicles. Here we go. Oh yeah, great hand. Get to start off with a lizard and then a vampire rogue. It's a mean looking raider. And we got a red source. Excellent. My opponent either has a Galvanic Blast or that Cycler. There you go. Galvanic Blast is going to be rare to see since it's a special guest. I can't believe I saw Cavalier of Dawn. That's so cool. I didn't even realize that was a special guest. I suppose Venom Sack Lagak probably just trades off with the Midnight Mangler. He definitely wouldn't let it get through if I had started my engines first, so I figured I would just bait and attack with mana up. Oof. Gastel Raider misses hard. Broodheart Engine and a Tapland. Next turn we have this Earth Rumbler. And Broodheart Engine should help us from flooding out. We do need one more green source though, which is a bit awkward. It's like Lockjaw does not have a second blue mana, so they can't really double spell or exhaust and spell. Oh, wow. That's very good. I suppose Broodheart Engine will not be helping us prevent flood. In fact, it will just die. We'll give our opponent a nice 2-for-1. Web Strike Elite's pretty awesome. I like our opponent's deck. They got their second blue source for the Rangers Refueler and Keen Buccaneer combo. Brutal. I have a feeling we're going to be buried in cards here momentarily. That's a pretty good top deck, I gotta say. I'm pleased. I'm just going to play it out because I would like to crew with this Wretched Doll. Earth Rumbler gets in there. That is quite strong. Our opponent actually has 5 more cards than us. That's pretty wild. 2-for-1, 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 and they're on the draw. I guess 4 more cards. Yeah, because that elephant doesn't count as an actual card. Okay. What the hell do I do here? I think I probably just crew and attack. Offer a trade if he wants it. That seems like a fine deal. And now the Gastel Raider can attack as a 3/2 menace next turn because I'll have my max speed before blocks. Wow. That is wild. Wretched Doll is supposed to help me. I could attack with Gastel Raider and just like trade off with a 3/3. Doesn't seem great, but it does get me to max speed. That Menace is going to be a lot better when I can actually attack with another creature, but I really just like do want to hit max speed here. So I'm going to attack with the Raider. I guess attacking with the Wretched Doll there kind of made more sense. Made sense to attack with it as well. Because then he would have had to block with the Scurryfoot or the Refueler. So he wouldn't have. He would have just taken 3. Worth thinking about, but we'll see. At least I get a Surveil here and then a Rummage next turn. Find a good card or two. It is awkward we don't have double green yet. I'm a little afraid of a run over from this Venom Sac Lagak. I don't really want that, do I? Thunderhead Gunner's about to get run over. Yeah, I shouldn't have tapped that black. I had the feeling, too. Whoops. Yeah, I'm in trouble here. I haven't drawn any of my removal spells. Off the top, good portion of my deck. %40 of my deck, so I mean, yeah. We'll see if I see any removal spells. We need one to take care of the Refueler. But Seats of Arma is going to kill us now, so we need 2 removal spells. Not getting very lucky with these draws. We have a solid 5. I guess it's only 4 things now that kill it. Grim Bauble doesn't kill this Scurryfoot. We can kill him with Far Fortune over time, potentially. But Seat of Arma is certainly a problem. Seat of Arma gets to make everything a 6/6, and our opponent does it next turn to make everything freaking enormous. Another land. That is rough. Ooh, that brood wagon, a little bit too late. Yeah, I don't really think we can do anything about Seats of Arma killing us here. Everything's going to be huge. Oh well. Yeah, we didn't see our removal till far too late there. Our opponent created a ton of card advantage. How do we make room for this siphon fuel? Gastel Raider was terrible. That card's really bad when it misses. A 3-drop 2/1 is actually like the worst possible way to spend your mana. How much milling are we doing? Can we justify playing 41? I don't think so. I don't really like Siphon Fuel that much. We're just going to run it again. If I was going to cut anything, it would be like one of the Veloheart bikes. I guess I could cut a Veloheart bike. I do have 3 5-drops that I would really like to ramp into. Kind of weird to cut a Veloheart bike with all these tasty 5 and 6 drops. Yeah, my 3 to 5 jump is quite strong. I don't know. I'm just really light on removal, and I feel like I need this Siphon Fuel. Gastel Raider was so bad last game, I want to just cut it. Doesn't seem all that correct. Yeah, we'll just try one Veloheart bike here. And if Gastel Raider misses again, it gets the boot. Gastel Raider, you have one more chance. Do not disappoint me. And looks keepable. Wow. What a mill. 2 removal spells and 2 of my huge creatures. Man, I know self-mill strategies hate me sometimes. Okay. We're just going to curve out with big things here. We're on the draw. We've got big creatures. See if our opponent can just answer each one of them. Huh. That's peculiar. I think Thunderhead Gunner comes down next. Agnosaurus Rex is like a combat trick for us in our hand, so as well as it does kill them, if we have other threats to play, I'd rather keep it back as a trick. These 4/5s are looking like trouble for our opponent. Haunt the Network. That wasn't a terribly impressive Haunt the Network. Let's just get in a bunch of damage and probably play an Afterburner Expert. I guess I could just play this Brood Wagon. I think I'm just going to play this Afterburner Expert and keep up the Aganosaurus Rex. There we go. I like Far Fortune as a 6/7. What's this cost? 7, so Quag Feast will do the trick. Excellent. Good game, Melon. We did have a nice hold over that one. All right, 1-1. I'm excited to play more with Wreck Remover. That was a card that impressed me as rather playable in the PTQ in Chicago. I was also pretty impressed by Hull Drifter. That Crew 3 is what turns me off about it the most, but it is card advantage, and the body ends up mattering. 3 power in the air is relevant. I'm going to take the Gastel Raider. I could have taken one of these bigger threats. Ketradon or Broodwagon, but we do have the Broodheart engine to get them back. I don't like milling 2 of my win conditions with Dredger's Insight and not feeling comfortable enough to take either one. But I think the Gastel Raider is going to be good. Miss. Big miss. That's brutally bad luck. 2 Gastel Raider misses in a row. We'll probably lose this game for that. Mainly just because we don't have Thundering Broodwagon to take out that Path Cruiser. With no Thundering Broodwagon, we're going to really struggle against our opponent's hand. Gastel Raider could have taken out like a Runover or a Defend the Raider, Rider, something that mattered. This is rough. That's alright. We'll play Earth Rumbler. We'll take some damage next turn. I'm saving this Grimbauble for his Lagak. What 3 mana trick does our opponent have that they're keeping up? I do not like that at all. That one. Well, I can't let my opponent get free cards. Man, that Gastel Raider is so bad. If that Gastel Raider was a Thundering Broodwagon, I think this game would look like pretty easy. But as it stands, we're in trouble. Look at him just laughing at us. Look at how stupid you are. Thinking your opponent was gonna have a spell that mattered, like this Broken Wings. Give me a break. Yeah, that's annoying. You can't even attack. I guess saving that Grim Bauble for the Lagac probably would have been a good idea, but I don't know how the hell we're supposed to win this game. Our opponent has so much power on the board. The Gastor Raider totally fucked us. Bad judgment call on my part. Thundering Broodwagon wins this game easy. I guess if we just top deck Broodheart Wagon, we're back in it. This is the worst. Our opponent just gets to reanimate Debris Beetle and Siege Rhino us again. And they got another Beast Rider Vanguard. Perfect. Perfect. What a curve. Not much we can do. Just gonna kind of wait to die here. Our opponent has too many cards. We lost to a bad Dredger's Insight choice. That doesn't make any sense. Why not just get me down to 4? Pretty bad. Yeah, we're just dead. Oh, that was a boring game. Can't win them all. Tough choice between Momentum Breaker and the Broodwagon there. But I want to make sure I have something to deal with my opponents, like Sunhearth Lynx or whatever it's called. My opponent plays some kind of 2-drop that just runs away with the game. I'll make sure I have an answer for it. Yeah, and all of a sudden Momentum Breaker looks terrible against a Spot Cycle Scatter. Okay. Momentum Breaker definitely looks awkward against a couple vehicles. Might as well get my engine started. Yep, that happened. Might as well just kill this thing. Put an Aganosaurus Rex in the yard. An unfortunate mill. Mm-hmm. Good. If Earth Rumbler can finish it off. Good game. All right, we're 2-2. Let's run it again. This is an excellent hand. Nice clean curve so far. Probably get out Earth Rumbler next turn. No attacks from our opponent. That's weird. A counter spell here would make sense, so I'm going to play around it. And just Momentum Breaker my opponent's creature and attack for 3. Instead of playing Earth Rumbler, him countering it, and then him exhausting, and then I won't have an attack, and then he'll have an attack next turn. That all seems like a bad time to me. So we're just going to Momentum Breaker. Make him spend mana if he wants to loot on the creature that's about to die. Trip up. Oh, Broken Wings. Don't mind if I do Trample and Indestructible. Pretty damn good. Ooh, that's nice. Their opponent's gonna animate their Earth Rumbler by exiling something, and then we can siphon fuel to kill it. Alright, so now I can play this Lagak, still play around Spectral Intervention, bring back my Aganosaurus Rex, and then have this Surveil. Alright, what's on top? I don't need that. It would be nice to see what's in our opponent's hand, wouldn't it? Alright, we baited out our opponent's spells. That's pretty good. Baited out both the trip up and the broken wings. I'm pleased. Good game. The Aganosaurus Rex made that look really awkward for our opponent. I probably wasn't going to use it on either one. I would have just played Earth Rumbler after our opponent traded off. Alright. 3-2. This is a fun one. Sounds good. I think I'd like my opponent to spend 4 mana on that before I Quag Feast it. I sure hope this pothole mole hits. I'll be upset if it doesn't. Let's get a land. Hey. We got a land. Oh, a lightning strike on our pothole mole. Nothing like it. You love to see it. Does that even need to be Quag Feasted? Attack is a 4/4 next turn. Does that even matter? It might matter. I just really don't want to use a Quag Feast on that thing. This Earth Rumbler will make a pretty decent blocker for it. And our opponent has to play a creature to saddle and keep up mana for Scrap Compactor to keep us from double blocking, which I'm fine double blocking the Brightfield Mustang if our opponent can't Scrap Compactor it. Well, I suppose they could just saddle with the Greenbelt Guardian too. I think I want my opponent to use that Scrap Compactor. That works for me. Had to take that out. Oh, I didn't mean to name red. I meant to name green there. Whoops. Whoops. That was a mistake. The Unswerving Sloth. I guess I do want to hit max speed. What an answer. Wow. What a rip. Yeah, looks like we're pretty fucked here. Running out of cards. Drawing lands. We played 7 cards to our 7 lands. Well, not bad. There's a couple things that can help us, but we're pretty screwed here. Classic. We're flooding out to our opponent, just ripping spells. Hitting all of their perfect mana. They just hit 6, so they can use Scrap Compactor now. Taking out all of our uncommons with commons. No. What can you do? That Unswerving Sloth is definitely gonna be the end of us. At least this Deathless Pilot is a cheap way to not take damage, or an expensive way to not take damage. Okay, I guess I'll just keep drawing lands. Lands, am I right? We're gonna get beat by a Scrap Compactor eventually, so at least Mutant Surveyor can block on its own. Greenbelt Guardian is so ridiculous. I guess Quag Feasting the Beast Rider Vanguard. I mean, my opponent would have just run over me with cards. They had the Beast Rider Vanguard. Though, him having Greenbelt Guardian, that does feel like it was a mistake to not Quag Feast it, because it is going to kill us. Yeah, and the game's over. That was boring as fuck. Lands, am I right? 3 and 3. Scrub status. Absolutely abysmal. Let's try again. Alright, some good cards in this pack. We have Web Strike Elite. We have Earth Rumbler. We also have Thunderhead Gunner, Engine Rat, Ride's End. I think Earth Rumbler is probably the best card. I'm going to take it. I wouldn't fault you for taking an Engine Rat, though. Or, I would fault you for taking a Run Over. That's not a card I want to first pick, even though black or green is definitely one of the better colors. Hackdoll Terror is very, very good, annoyingly so. But it's a lot better in decks that aren't green. Venom Sack-Lagak looks pretty decent. I might just take a Packdoll Terror. Nah, I'll take Venom Sack-Lagak. First pick, Earth Rumbler. Second pick, Venom Sack-Lagak is a fine way to start. We have Lightning Strike, we have Lagarin, we have Memory Guardian, and Transit Mage. Transit Mage does search for Earth Rumbler, for what it's worth. And that is worth something. Yeah, I'm going to take Transit Mage for the simple fact that it gets Earth Rumbler, and Earth Rumbler wins games. Lagarin is fine. I know I have a mount and a vehicle. But I like Transit Mage more. Oh, there we go. Green-blue. Ranger's Archive. Aetherhive, sorry. There's a Skystreak Engineer from first couple picks. Maybe we could wheel. There's a Packdoll Terror and an Engine Rat. Bunch of good black commons coming around. I'm going to take Aetherhive. Be very happy about it. Tarian's pretty awesome. There's also a Spectral Interference here and a Venom Sack-Lagak. But I'm definitely going to take Tarian over either one. I would take Venom Sack-Lagak next over this Spectral Interference, but Tarian's strong enough to win games. He is quite vanilla, but quite huge. I like Spectral Interference over the Scrap Compactor. A Nibblethopterist or a Gibrick Omnivore. I do like 2-drop 3/2s, though Nibblethopterist is a pretty good collection of bodies. I'm going to take that over the Omnivore. Another Spectral Interference over a Trip Up? Sure. Okay, well, this is interesting. Thunderhead Gunner is very good. Possibly worth a splash. Reef Roads is a free include, though. There's also Scrap Compactor, which is a good card in any deck. I'm going to take Reef Roads. Stow Greatness. Not necessarily my idea of a good time, but like Tarian with Bestow Greatness is a combo. Rover Blades. I haven't played with the Rover Blades. I don't like the way they look. Triple bestow greatness. Get ready. Ooh, Muyan Ling. Nice. Muyan Ling is an absolute bomb. The bomb of bombs. I think Sabsunin, probably the only main set card that's better. Happy to see it. Pack 2, pick 1. Dredger's Insight. More of a black-green card than a green-blue card, but it does the trick. There's also this Howler's Heavy. So Dredger's Insight helps me find Muyan Ling. It even can take artifacts and lands, so it can search up an Aether Hive, it can search up a Tarian. All sorts of goodies. Just not spectral interferences. Another Earth Rumbler? Nice. Ooh, Hazard of the Dunes. Pick 4. I like that. Pick 5, Migrating Ketrodon. This pack is shaping up to be quite nice. We've gotten a Muyan Ling, we've gotten a Dredger's Insight, a Hazard, an Earth Rumbler, and a Ketrodon. It's a pretty good first 5 picks. A Bounce Off is a welcome addition in this deck. We don't want to play more than one, but I like it more than a Loxodon Surveyor. The Dismal Backwater is definitely a consideration, but I like a Bounce Off. Another Dredger's Insight. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Dredger's Insight with Earth Rumbler, good combo. I think I'm going to take Starting Column over this Hull Drifter. There's a Gibrick Omnivore. Another Reef Roads. There's a Hull Drifter or a Swiftwater Cliffs. It's also Glitch Ghost. You know what? I'll take this Glitch Ghost Surveyor. That is a good curve with Muyan Ling because it draws a card. And it's a fine card to be milling with Dredger's Insight. Ketramose. Pretty unplayable in limited. Worth some serious cash in paper, though. Hazard of the Dunes is very nice. We're happy to see it. Pick 1. No problem. We would definitely like some removal spells. It's pack 3, and we have virtually none. Autark Mammoth is going to get the nod over the bounce off. Muyan Ling with Flying Earth Rumblers is a pretty nasty little combo. Skystreak Engineer, exactly what we need. Things to exhaust, a flyer, a 2-drop. Skystreak Engineer is awesome. Does everything that I want a 2-drop to do. I think Kilorna is going to get my pick here. I don't have a lot of 2-drops, and this blocks really well. That'll keep me alive so that my big creatures can win. Another Transit Mage. Alright, I'll take another Transit Mage over this Gibberic Omnivore. Just for the possibility I get one more. Alright, there's an Omnivore. There's a Howler's Heavy. Maybe I want this Midnight Mangler for the sake of Muyan Ling. I don't think that's worth... I don't think that's quite worth it. I think Gibberic Omnivore will be a good deal better than Midnight Mangler since it can attack on its own. What did I take that starting column over? Roadside Blowout over a Thornwood Falls. Man, there have been so many lightning strikes. Sabotage Strategist looks pretty decent. Could be our 23rd card. It might make it. It's not a card that I strive to play, but it fills a role. I only have 4 cards with exhaust. There's another Omnivore over this Aether Jacket. I could actually fit Veloheart Bike in here. The Ranger's Aether Hive doesn't look very good with only 4 exhausters. I have 2 Dredger's Insights again. I feel like that's a lot of milling. Huh. This looks good to me. Probably cut a card. But I do have 2 Dredger's Insights, and I draw a lot of cards. The chances of me milling myself are not non-zero. Let's run it. I got 2, 3, 4 in this hand. I guess I do want to trade. I didn't really want my opponent to be able to double block the Aether Hive. I was not expecting a 3/4. Veteran Beast Rider is such a beast. No, thank you. That's an excellent counterspell. I would like a 7th mana so I can start exhausting things. Needed a 7th mana. Couldn't catch it. Missed it for 3 turns. It's about time. It's so lame. Fucking lame. At least we have another Hazard of the Dunes we can exhaust. Oh no, it's gone. Both of them. Boring! Yeah, we drew that 7th mana source in a shitty time. We can't even attack through their Thunderhead Gunner. No, fuck it. I'll attack with this. That's fine with me. Our opponent sure is curving out beautifully, aren't they? Do I have any mana sinks I care about in this deck? And I'll make a pilot, crew our Earth Rumbler, and attack. We'll either get one of the Reachers or Samet. Fine trade. Got to get rid of that veteran Beast Rider somehow. Ovaya. Automech Artisan. I don't think I'm gonna like this. It's pretty good. I can't cast it because I kept making pilots though. Pretty strong combo. I don't know what we're supposed to do about those Thunderhead Gunners, how we get through them. Hazard of the Dunes was supposed to help, but we lost both of them. Jesus. I think he probably forgot about sabotage strategists by this point. I'd like to be able to attack with this mammoth. Alright, so if these are my blocks, how much am I taking? 8. 18. Plus 6, 24. Yeah, I don't like that very much. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Need to let him keep the Beast Rider Vanguard. I think this is it. Let's do it. Oh, Jesus. Stow Greatness. That's quite a card to lose to. What can you do? At 11 mana to pump twice and bestow greatness. What a fucking joke. I want to bet money the next card on my deck is an island. What can you do? Sometimes your opponents just luck out. Hey, who owes me money? Oh, what a joke of a game. We've had some pretty bad matches today, haven't we? Well, that was something. Let's try again. We're rumbling. I suppose a Ketrodon is in order. We will saddle. We will crew. And attack. Sorry about your luck, Mr. Ons. I'll be back after a short break. And we're back. Alright, 1-1. Let's roll it again. This hand looks pretty good. Yeah, that feels like something way more counterable. I'm gonna let my opponent deal me 2 damage. Not like they're getting any extra speed off of it. Spectacular pile-up. Not bad. Engine rat. Engine rat is a little rat, isn't it? Let's get this monkey in. I'm just going to attack with my 3 power creatures and then play a Shrampler. Is my opponent going to play another spectacular pile up? Interesting. I'm just going to play out my things and attack for a lot. If he wants to trade off with the mammoth, I'm fine with that. I'm going to get some damage in and make it a 3/3 to kill our opponent next turn. Still, we'll just kill our opponent next turn. Waxen Shape Thief does not change our game plan. Good game, Nabob. Good game. And we're back in another one. We have our double blue for Mu Yanling. We have an Omnivore. Oh yeah, that Omnivore looks pretty good against a Wickerfolk. Definitely not the best 2-drop, but does the trick. Omnivore also trades up with several 3-drops. Looks pretty bad against Hazard of the Dunes, though. I would like to get an attack in the turn that I play Mu Yanling, so I'm just going to play a Nimble Thopterist and pass. Pretty sweet. 3 lands off the top. Now we have our 3rd green for Tarion. What do we do here? Transit Mage? Yeah, I think getting out Earth Rumbler next turn might be pretty good. Get out Earth Rumbler next turn, and then attack with it the following turn using Muyan Lang. It's going to become a 5/5. If he has maximum overdrive, we get blown out a little bit, but I think I'll just like, double block. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just didn't want to play into maximum overdrive and get like 4 of my creatures killed. Our whole plan is to give Earth Rumbler flying and win with that. Second Broodheart engine from our opponent. And the monkey. Alright, here we go. Earth Rumbler coming in hot. Yeah, why not? Play another flying vehicle. Tetradon's a pretty good blocker for the Earth Rumbler. I don't really think I need to worry about him blowing up Skystreak Engineer. I can exhaust it next turn. It might give me an extra attacker, though, in the sky. Seems reasonable. But what will you do about all these creatures? Broodheart Engine's going to bring back Migrating Ketradon once or twice. That's cool. Our opponent can't get more than 1 free kill. They have a Ride's End? Alright. Good game. Hmm. This hand does not look very capable to me. 6, 5, 5, 4, and 3 lands. Oof. And the last one was half keepable. Just get the same hand again. When I this is like the same exact fucking cards that I had for my 6. Oh well. This will be a tough one. Especially since both of our Earth Rumblers are in our hand and we just drew Transit Mage. Wow, Transit Mage is such a joke here. Hopefully my opponent makes me discard a card. I'm not even going to play the Transit Mage. Oh, here we go. Haunted Hellride getting in there. I cannot crew the Earth Rumbler until I exhaust my Sky Streak Engineer. I could always top deck a land. Or, yeah, and then play the Migrating Ketrodon. But for now, Earth Rumbler is not going to be doing any attacking or blocking. I suppose now it could do some blocking. I don't really want him to get a free attack in with his Oil Deep Gear Hulk, do I? No, I really don't. Should not have crewed this. Nah, that's fine. I did not want to trade off Earth Rumbler with Broadcast Rambler That's going to be tough to beat after a mull to 5. Our opponent has like 4 or 5 cards on us at this point. Earth Rumbler looks really silly against Kalorna. I'd really like this Sky Streak Engineer to be live. I don't love the idea of losing my Ranger's Aether Hive and something else to a removal spell. Oh, he gets to take my Autarch Mammoth? That sucks. Yeah, disruption for my hand instead of removal for my creature. We are getting punished hard for it. We definitely have some outs that involve Mu Yanling. Everyone has 10 lands out. R7. Their top decks are a lot better. Try and start getting some damage in. We have to kill our opponent eventually, after all. That is a trade I'm happy to make. Oof. Ouch. Another land. Ugh. What a brutal mold of 5. What a terrible game. Three and 2. And it is that time. Alright, we're done for the day. I'll be back on tomorrow to play some more. See if we can have some better luck. Climb our way up. We started at 85 today, ended at 293. Not great, but we'll always keep improving, trying to do better. Thanks for watching. I'm Felonious.